So I don't know if there's really a good segue into what we're going to talk about next, but have you guys caught any spring training whatsoever?
I have not. In all honesty, I don't know why. Normally, my phone gets blown up from MLB.
Dude, you are. Well, first off, they're doing
Are
what
you
they
talking about
always do.
all the home runs that are going through car windshields and stuff?
No, I was just seeing if you guys watched any baseball, because I watched a few innings of a few different games, and obviously you don't watch the last innings, but it's all the guys from the C squad out of
Yep.
Sheboygan, Milwaukee. But
oh man,
Good old Sheboygan.
I don't know if you're pronouncing that right.
It doesn't matter.
Whatever.
It doesn't matter. Where the points are made up, and it doesn't matter.
They can send me a pin. They can send me a Sheboygan pin. I'm pretty sure there's not one in Wisconsin.
Don't challenge me.
Yeah. So MLB has been blowing me up about Shohei Ohtani. And it's like, Shohei Ohtani just hit his first home run as a Dodger. It's like, nobody cares. It's spring training. There's probably an injured kid on the pitching mound right now. They've got the water boy pitching. You think the real pitchers are actually coming out and throwing? No.
They got the Little League World Series champs from last year are out on the field.
That headline. Air Bud sequel out there, and Shohei Ohtani's hitting home runs off a golden retriever.
They just have the jugs machine out there, just launching balls at him, and he's taking them yard.
What was the movie that we watched growing up with the kid that broke his arm and then became a pitcher in the major leagues?
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
I tried to watch that the other day. It was awful.
It's not a good movie.
It's not.
It's really not.
Did you ever go back and try to watch Angels in the Outfield? Also a terrible movie.
So, did you ever hear why they did Angels in the Outfield and Mighty Ducks?
Because
those viewership,
because those teams needed publicity.
For NHL and
those were commercial. There were commercials because both those movies came out. You know, when Disney was trying to push the Anaheim Angels and the Mighty Ducks because they owned both those teams in Anaheim.
So tell me this: what happened in Cleveland with the Indians?
It's a fair point, Robbie. What's your answer?
Well, you talking about Major League? I can watch those movies again, and they're still fucking funny.
Yeah, that's true.
They are still funny. Yeah, you watch Mighty Ducks again. You start end up punching your dog because it's so stupid.
Why is Marty McFly coaching this team?
It's not Marty McFly.
Who was it?
It's
Emilio.
It's Emilio Estevez.
I was like Emilio. That's right.
That was like Emilio Estevez's like only like chart topper, and he was the only one that didn't change his name.
I don't know why I had it in my head that it was Michael J. Fox.
No,
that would have been great. We could have had some Parkinson's jokes lined up for that.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I'm not wearing a Parkinson's pin next week.
Parkinson's awareness.
Wait, I don't even know if it's Parkinson's. Hold on.
It is Parkinson's.
It's Parkinson's. Yep.
It's Parkinson's.
Because I'm still wondering how they're going to do Back to the Future 4 with him. Just don't give him a don't give him a bottle of water.
And the
you got me shaking like Parkinson's.
Have you guys seen his documentary? It's pretty good.
I haven't.
No.
It's pretty good because he was doing Back to the Future the same time he was shooting Teen Wolf.
Oh.
He was going back and forth between two shoots. It's nuts, man. I have a lot of respect for you, Mr. Fox, by the way.
I love Michael J. Fox.
I do too.
It's an easy punch.
I do too.
Yeah.
He made our childhood great.
We're making fun with you, Mr. Fox. Yeah. To answer your question, Jamie, about spring training, yes, I've seen all the Ohtani stuff blowing up my phone. I haven't actually watched any games, but I found myself, and this is not good, I found myself watching the score of the Red Sox games and going, yes, we won! And I'm like, wait, the team that does really good in the preseason usually is the worst team in the league.
Ooh, that's actually... All right. That is a good thing for conversation. Let's look up 2023. By the way, the Rangers handed it to the Diamondbacks. It was 4-1 when I last checked in.
I try not to watch. I mean, yes, I love spring training because I get to see some of the talent that we don't get to see during the regular season. However, I really don't care how the scores of the games end up. It doesn't matter to me. It never has.
Yeah. Well, and the records stop really meaning anything when you're playing 2 games a day and you've got your Q squad out in Arizona while your C squad's playing in Florida, and like they both lose, and you go 0-2 for the day. I'm sitting there going, that's terrible.
Well, the way I look at it though is from a baseball player standpoint, that is your time to really turn the heat up and make yourself seen. And to me, that's what spring training is about. Do you remember when they had Jamie? We were there when homeboy from the Seahawks, Russell Wilson, came out there.
I see him pitch,
and he came out there and pitched. I think it was 1 inning. I think it was like 1 inning. He pitched, but it was cool to see him out there on the field to get to play some ball. Even though he didn't make an appearance that season, it was still cool to see him.
I mean, let's face it. If you're a baseball fan and you just want to watch baseball, that's still baseball.
Yep.
I mean, it's like quadruple A ball. Like it's that next level up from triple A, and I mean, triple A baseball is actually a lot of fun. Yeah, it's cheap.
My friend and I were talking about it because they'll send a guy out there and they're like, all right, here's what you're gonna. They'll send a pitcher out and he's like, all you're gonna throw is curveballs.
Yep.
Let's work on your curveballs. And so he goes out there, throws a curveball, throws another curveball, and by then, like, the batter that's like looking for a shot, it's like, yeah!
I just tanked this dude. I took this guy yards. He's throwing the same pitch every time.
Yeah, every time. The worst thing would be is if you're just foul tipping it every time, can't get the timing down. It's been the same speed this whole time. We don't know what his issue is.
Yeah. But I am definitely going to take a trip out to Tampa before spring break is done, or spring training is done, and get out there to go see a couple of games. I don't care who's on the field. I don't care who's out there. I want to go see some baseball here in Tampa.
Yeah, well,
if you go a little bit further south, if you're going to hit some spring training stuff, you go further south, hit up like Fort Myers. Mm-hmm. The Red Sox are down in Fort Myers. And they're, you look at some of these spring training ballparks that they use for spring training, and then they use them for summer league.
Yep.
It's insane how nice these things are, and then you go to places like, and I know it's not up anymore, but like Driller Stadium or the Wolf in San Antonio, and you look at those ballparks and go, how is it these teams use this every freaking night? And they have a dumpster for a stadium, and then you go to these spring training ballparks, and they're miniature versions of the real ballpark. Most of them are designed with the same dimensions as their home field, so they can start getting practice on that. But I mean, they're freaking nice.
Surprise! Surprise is a beautiful ballpark.
Yeah, I thought it was really. They share it with the Royals. It's a really neat ballpark.
Is that the Rangers and Royals?
Yep.
Rangers, yeah, that's where they share a stadium in Surprise.
There's a lot of teams that do that in Arizona, right? That share stadiums like.
I think there's like 4 stadiums in Arizona.
There's more than that, but
no, there's more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, I would. There's
but in the Phoenix area, I think in the
8.
Phoenix area, there's I think 6 in Phoenix alone.
Well, so I think the Diamondbacks actually, no, they couldn't play on ASU's field because college baseball's coming up. But they play somewhere. They don't play in the home stadium, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be just a waste of a facility.
Yep. Yeah, Texas. Texas won 10-3. By the way, that was the final. Got to celebrate those spring training wins. All right, where did they play? Salt River Fields.
Where is it?
Salt River Fields.
That's right there by where we stayed in Arizona. It's right across the street from the casino.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a beautiful stadium.
Yeah, it's nice.
Well, if y'all want to come down, Fort Myers is about 5 hours away.
Road trip.
Well, we were going to go to Colorado the next month, so maybe. When's but regular season starts in March, right?
April. End of March, April.
It's the very end of March.
So I think it's like the 29th is the first game.
All right, so back to what we're doing. Sorry. Way out.
No, I mean, that's actually good because, I mean, with Chris not being here, we're short a topic, and normally I try to have a couple extra topics, so I appreciate Jamie bringing that up.
Yep.
So we can talk about a little spring training action. Real quick before we move out of spring training, are the Rangers trying to sign anybody right now that's worth bringing up, or?
No,
I think they're pretty set on their lineup and they're set on their rotation. They've already got a plan for late season for all those guys to come back, for Scherzer and who's the other dude?
Which one?
I know who you're talking about.
DeGrom. So DeGrom.
DeGrom.
I think they also have a few other injuries in the rotation. But yeah, they're coming back. I don't think they'll try to pick anybody up unless there's some injuries mid-season, which we saw last year.
Yep.
with Jonah Heim getting hurt. They picked up Austin Helms, who, I mean, great guy, terrible hitter. Every time he came up, nothing. I think he had a sub-1 batting average. But love the guy. He's a great guy. It's obvious that the whole team loved him, so whatever. I mean, he was basically a mascot for the end of the year. Well, he's currently playing for the Indians, the Guardians. Sorry, he's playing for the Guardians
really?
Now. He signed a 1-year, $4 million deal. So, for a guy that can't hit is making $4 million in the major leagues. Are you kidding me?
That's funny.
I know I can't hit in the major leagues. Can I come? Can I come play for $4 million?
Is he at least a hell of a catcher?
Yeah, he's good defensively, but I mean, he's also one of those like player coaches.
Yeah.
So if they have a younger guy, he'll be a defensive coach somewhere after his career.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Is his leadership is amazing. His leadership capability is on point, and that's what made him a good catcher, was his ability to control the field. Now, whether or not his batting averages and all that other stuff measured up to it, I would say absolutely not. But he will 100%. He knows the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what you want.
Yep.
He'll be a manager one day.
Yep.
And I think he'll be a good defensive manager.
Yep.
That's good. That's good stuff. All right. Well, man, I can't wait for baseball to start.
Yep.
Great thing is the Red Sox have 2 homestands in Dallas this year. So.
Yep.
It's gonna be a good ass time.
Any of them around Father's Day?
They have one in April now. They have one in April, and they have one in August.
Yeah.
I mean, when you come in town, if you come in town around Father's Day, we go to a game.
That is the plan: is to at least make a game at some point in June, preferably around Father's Day.
I dig that.
It's
especially since I don't have to drive 3 to 5 hours to get here just to watch the game and go home. Yeah. So I'm all about that life.
It's one of those things that I probably will never pass up that tradition again.